6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
First and 10. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on third down, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10, down at the 31. It's Barkley on the counter. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Complete to
Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Washington 0. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They begin with a quick throw out left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice little nifty play for them there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. From the gun, Jones eluding the pressure right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down, New York.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown.
Austin McGinnis for the extra point.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
At their own 38-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. To throw again is Jackson. That one caught by Gibson. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right?
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And all the way down to the 26. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
Jackson.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Jackson now. And this is caught at the 8. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
Jackson.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's got a first down past the 30 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and got the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he finds McLaurin. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
35-yard line.
And again this time to the tailback. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the...
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Jones. Finds his tight end, Ingram. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. The 20. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Saquon Barkley.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete to Saquon.
He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On first down, Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Second and 11 now. From the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jones caught out left side by Robinson. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Jones will sneak it, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there, nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300, that means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Jackson to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now is Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
A 47-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because
he's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Back to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line, 17-yard line. Here's 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 31-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
But good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
He's brought down by...
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Giants' 45-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied.
I'm trying to take it to the house. We got 4.
Now a handoff looking right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
For the running back.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 34. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
He was looking for Caden Smith, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively by Jeff Okudah.
The toss out to Barkley. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
23-yard line.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll go to Barkley again. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Now the timeout comes here. And the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner.
A 37-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights.
Washington.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics.